living the good life is everyone's dream.
And joining us today is a celebrity stylist and art director who truly understands luxury, comfort, and intentional living. I love that. Welcome to the Daily Dish, Jenni Epperson.
Thank you for having me.
We love having you here. And you know what, Jenni, thank you for helping us today, like put our outfits together. She was already on the job when she got here this morning.
It's my pleasure. I see something, I want to help people, and that's really the core of my personality, I guess.
Yeah,
You
so sweet.
have a passion for style. So tell us, how did you get into this business, your profession, and is it something that you really pursued from the very beginning?
Yeah, I guess growing up with a mom who's into fashion, right? Most of us really are inspired by our mothers, right? And then as I got older, I discovered my own style. And in college, I started going into advertising, and when I graduated from college, I went to an advertising agency and later on learned the ropes, right? But I've always loved fashion, like putting things together. And that transitioned into somebody seeing something in me and producing a show. And then it was called Good Finds, right? And from there, after 3 seasons, I got into blogging, one of the first in the Philippines, right? And really, the bottom line is I'm into storytelling, and my passion really is sharing. So now we have the 2000s, and blogging used to be a thing, but not anymore. So now
Still is a bit.
a little bit, but there's the friction. You have to
Right.
go to the blog,
And
right?
it's evolving already.
Yes, so now I've discovered newsletters, and that is where Good Finds Club came about.
And
So
I
it's
like a newsletter because it gives you more of like an exclusive feel and something to look forward to every week when you release it,
Yeah, that's
right?
right. Right.
Right, and it's also a members-only newsletter because I wanted to build a community as opposed to just another audience, right? So everything is curated, everything is special, and I guess to be quite honest, it's like good for my mental health, the type of audience, community that I have, so that I can really share deeper recommendations and more authentic community. Right.
So for example, let's talk about your good finds. So for this week, for example, what are you releasing? Like, how do you get to pick what you're gonna talk about every week? Do you curate that?
I guess
Way
being
beforehand?
I used to be newspaper also, with a broadsheet and also with a magazine. So it's innate in me to always have that trend. It's just in the blood, right? So every week, in fact, the space is not enough for me. If I could do it every day, I would, but it's just too much, right? They might just go to the spam, all the newsletters. But it's just innate in me. I find something like, even here, I look around, I see something nice, and I say, oh, I know where to buy that. Oh, I know where I can find better than that. Also because I'm a personal shopper, so I go around the malls, the shops, the designers. So yeah, that's really what I do now.
And you are the editor-in-chief of this newsletter. I want to be part of this community. I guess you talk about health, lifestyle, apart from fashion and scents, I guess, and also interiors.
Yeah,
everything.
it really evolved into, well, because I am the founder and editor of the newsletter, I basically write whatever I feel. And in the beginning, it started as a lifestyle newsletter, but because of the reality now that we're into, what's happening in our country, right? So I do a little bit of satire, politics, and some opinions, right? Because I feel that, there's more depth if I'm authentic about what I write and not just about lifestyle all the time, because it's just not realistic. And the people or the members of Good Finds Club are like-minded people, so whatever I'm thinking, they're probably thinking. And if I'm not sharing my thoughts, I feel like I'm complicit to what's going on. So it dabbles between a little bit of politics and a lot about lifestyle and fashion and shopping, of course.
I love that. And I like what you said earlier about being authentic. And that's why people like you and read your newsletters. But how do you balance your authenticity with what's trending? For example, something that's trending you're not a fan of. So how do you balance that and how do you curate what pieces
Well,
you're
I
gonna
really
talk
want
about.
to try to be positive in my newsletter, and I want when people read it, like they feel good about it
Mm-hmm.
and light. So if I don't like something, I usually don't write it.
Yeah.
And I just write what I feel like is helpful and valuable.
Mm-hmm.
I think with that kind of mindset, that's where success comes in. When you don't think about being opinionated, but more of like, how can I give value to my readers? How can I curate things so that it cuts through the noise, right? Because everyone is busy. So why would they spend time reading?
Right.
But based on the numbers of Good Finds Club, because I'm in a platform on Substacks, so it shows that my open rate is 87%.
Wow.
Which means that globally, open rates are medium 20 to 30%,
Yeah.
which means that the members read
Yeah.
and share the newsletter.
But there's really
Amazing.
high
It is.
engagement.
Yeah, because
Yes.
nobody really reads emails nowadays.
Yeah,
I
so
know.
apparently, because Substack newsletters are huge for readers. So like what I said, I wanted to create an intentional community, right? And so I have it. So now I'm very particular about what I write. And I also write something light, but also very valuable, because I want you to open the newsletter. I wonder what I can find out, or
Yeah.
where's the newest place to go to. And it's not too much noise. It's very intentional what I
I love
write
what
there.
you said. Everything is intentional now. At least there's more awareness in being intentional, like intentional lifestyle, intentional parenting,
Right.
and also you give value to your readers. So what would you think is a conversation that we should be having more of today?
Well, I think it's the new normal now to talk about politics. You know, before it was like, never talk about politics.
Right.
That time. I think now with children, they should know about the corruption that's going on. Because it's when you share these things, it's making people more informed. And when you're informed, you're empowered. You don't have to be negative about it, but you can be opinionated about it. Because for me, the new normal that I see through my feed is that a lot of influencers that I respect and follow, aside from the lifestyle that they usually post, they usually post something about politics, their opinions.
Yes.
Nothing like, you know, like super negative, but you can see that some are mad, some are frustrated. And if you're not frustrated and you're not mad, then you're not paying attention.
Right.
And these days, no, you know, you're not necessarily going to turn off readers if you go political.
In fact, again, because I'm a numbers girl, believe it or not, so I read a lot of I analyze a lot of the statistics of my newsletter. And ever since I started writing a little bit about politics, not entirely, right? And the subscription has skyrocketed and the engagement is even like higher. So it tells me that people are interested in that. And there's this one really, how would I say, funny article that I did. It's called the corrupt politician's wife starter pack.
OMG.
Okay, so it started in my Instagram stories, the top 3. And the background of that, in a group chat, some of my friends screen cap some of this, what they call the corrupt
What's in
politician's
the
wife,
story
right?
pack? What is in it?
Yeah, so they screen cap this person, what they thought, right? So I
Right.
posted on my Instagram stories, top 5, right? And the number 1 is anyone who has a Bible verse in their profile. Well, for a corrupt, it doesn't have to be for everyone, but if you're a corrupt politician's wife, some of them have this, right?
I think
We do
it's
see
just
that.
funny.
We do see
Yeah.
that.
So, and all these things. Do you know that because of that, so many people DM me what they thought of the list and
wow.
added to the list.
Yeah.
So in Good Finds Club, I said like, okay, give me your list and I'll put it in Good Finds Club. I'll curate it. So we came up with 25 lists as opposed to the 5. And that was a culmination of what I thought. Like, it's really become a community
Yeah.
because it's become a collaboration between me and the members,
What's
right?
some of
Sweet,
the
yeah.
funniest in that list?
Something like all girls trip taken in a yacht, right? Of course, everyone has an all-girls trip,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
we're
It's
not
different.
corrupt politicians' wives.
Exactly.
So those are the little
Like
things.
there's a trending reel now where you're traveling and it's like you're enjoying your travels because your hard work really paid off and you're really resting because you really worked for that
Yeah,
money, right? So it's like one
yeah.
of those.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's just nice to see other people's opinion. Like you said before, it was bawal, right? And
Right.
now it's
and
just
it's like supposed to be rude, not
Right.
But you know, we are in a very, very different and difficult time in our lives, right? As Filipinos, right? So talking about it is a reminder to not wag bibitaw. That's what basically is. That's why more people are talking about it and posting about it is because they've learned.
Right.
We've learned from our mistake to business as usual, right? And I think it's very special that we're at that point in our lives and we can be authentic about it and not be judged about it. And I think in general, we should, like government should stop gaslighting Filipinos. Like you shouldn't feel this way. You shouldn't feel,
Right.
you know, because we are feeling this way. All you have to do is validate what we're
Exactly.
feeling.
And it's
right?
great we're talking about it. Young people are getting involved. But now let's go back to fashion.
Yes.
Yes, 'cause
we
I
are.
know.
I'm sorry because it's a cute topic, but
It's okay.
Obviously, fashion and shopping is the number
Yeah.
one
Right.
hit
But I
in
like
Where
that
do
you
you
use
mindset.
that
where do you
platform
get
for
your
that.
inspiration with fashion and also lifestyle trends?
Well, recently we had the Fashion Week for New York Fashion Week, Milan Fashion Week, and Paris Fashion Week. And the great thing about online now, everything is streamed online. So just like an editor for the newspaper before, fashion editor, I watch all the shows, I pick my trends, and being a shopper and personal shopper, I also curate it for my readers. Like, here in the Philippines, obviously, it's kind of hard to promote like suede and fur because
It's so
not,
hard, and
right. So I
leather.
curate it for my readers and also my Instagram followers, so that these are the bags you can buy that's coming out 6 months from now. So be ahead.
Oh, wow.
I love that we're showing pictures
Yeah.
of how you put things together. I love it, and it looks so effortless.
I
But
love
how
all your
long do you
looks.
come up with one look?
I guess confidence through experience. You know, I don't think I dressed like this when I was younger, but just like being comfortable and also like putting a little bit of trend. Like you can wear an all black outfit and then change your bag.
Right.
It's really as simple as that, right?
And there's always a pop of color, I noticed.
Yes, yes. And I think for some reason I'm getting into neutrals a lot, right? I like black and denim a lot,
But I
right?
like that your looks are very just universal and simple and everybody can wear it.
Yes.
And it's so relaxing. I feel like, right? Like, look, it's maluwag. So anyone can literally just wear that every day,
It's
especially here with the
comfortable.
Filipino
Yes.
heat. It's nice.
Remember we were talking about like it's so expensive to keep buying clothes every month.
That's
like,
true.
For every event, for every show, right?
Yeah.
100%.
So how do we do this, right? As women, as men, like how do we actually look great every day without spending too much? It's like really investing in classics and then just like highlighting it with like accessories.
So are you very into capsule wardrobes?
No, because we don't. I feel like we don't have like cold season.
Yes,
so
so
it's
it's
like
hard.
tropical the entire year, right? So, but I do like black.
It should be light and also
Yeah.
comfy.
Well,
Yeah.
Jenny, hold that thought because we're going to go on a quick break, but we will chat more with you after this. We'll have more from Jenni Epperson after the break. Stay tuned. The Daily Dish will be right back.
Still with us, stylist and art director, Jenni Epperson. So Jenny, you've been a stylist for decades. What are your most memorable experiences, unforgettable experiences with the celebrities you've worked with?
Well, before there were celebrity stylists, they were just stylists, right?
Yeah.
But obviously, I work a lot with celebrities, and I love working with them for TV commercials and print ads. Because you're working with highly creative people, right? So long time ago, during their peak tandem, so Richard Gutierrez, Casey Concepcion, and I like working with Shasha Padilla.
Oh,
right?
of
So I
course.
do a lot of them, and then I have a personal shopper list of clients that I've worked with for over 12 years, right? So yeah, I think memorable because it's not so much about the styling part, because for advertising, it's pretty straightforward, right? It's more about the community. Like, I'm sure here in the set, you're friends with everyone.
Of course, we're all
And
besties.
being around creative and technical people
Ferdy's like
is very...
Ferdy's eyebrow, I
Look at us,
can
like,
see.
we're not friends. Oh, rude.
Wait,
So
Jenny,
rude.
you mentioned Jaja Padilla. She is an icon. So
She is.
what is your takeaway from
Oh my
working
God.
with her?
You know, what I learned from Shasha is humility. Like, she is one of the icons of Philippine movie, entertainment. But when you talk to her, it's like talking to a friend, and she has this diva personality, but not in real life. Like, we were neighbors in the village before, and I would see her. Like, she is so normie, and I call her Shappy. And I love her
Cute.
because she's real, she's authentic, and she's like super talented.
How would you describe her style?
With Shopee, because she has this diva personality, right? And so whenever I was styling her before for ASAP, I tried to make her a little bit more edgy, right? So I like working...
Did she embrace that, the edgy look?
I think that's the nice thing about working with creatives. They respect you for whatever it is. And if they don't like something, I can easily change it.
Do you have one fashion rule that you swear by that's just timeless and will test the test of time, essentially, all the different trends?
I love this
just
question.
really invest on quality. You know, I'm wearing this t-shirt that I got from Zara, and it's probably 14 years old.
Wow.
And I remember buying it in Zara, a dozen of it.
Oh.
Because I knew, like, oh, maybe it's gonna,
Yeah.
but you know what? All those shirts, probably 10 of them, are still with me. And through washing, like, the
Because
color
they're
hasn't
matibay
faded.
siya.
Yeah,
And it looks the same, right?
So what are your thoughts, actually, Jenny, on fast fashion? Are you a fan? Do you tell your readers, yes, you can buy fast fashion, or are you more into investing in high quality products?
I think there's a balance, but my real take is like companies need to be more mindful about fast fashion, not so much about the consumers, about the production of it. That's really the problem. It's not so much the consumers buying it, but the companies overproducing it, right? So, but as a shopper, right, I definitely love democratizing fashion, not just wearing all branded head to toe. I think that's badui. Honestly,
I agree.
I think mixing and matching gives you more personality and makes it more authentic.
Right.
Even if you say like, oh, but I'm so used to luxury items, that's bullshit. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like,
Oh, I love that we said that on air. We're gonna bleep that out.
you can love fashion and not buy designer head to toe.
Yeah,
It's how you wear
I totally
it. I don't
believe
think
that.
it's about the brand. It's how you wear it. 'Cause
Yeah, and the quality.
quality.
And the
Yeah, the
quality. Like,
fabric.
a lot of fast fashion are synthetic. So,
Right.
it works for some. Like, if I was on a daily show, I'd probably wear a lot of like fast fashion because it's just not budget friendly.
It's not
right?
sustainable
It's
to
not
buy.
And I've
sustainable.
learned that you have to read the label, even if it's luxury. You have to read the label, like what material are they using,
Like,
Yeah.
make sure it's
fabric.
cotton and all that. 'Cause
And
most
also,
of the time,
a lot
it's
of my
discussed.
clients who love luxury, I tell them to empower their staff who are washing it because they don't know. So you have to educate yourself about, the hand washing.
Yeah, actually, like, what do you mean, like, educate with hand washing? Is there a proper way, but?
Not really. Like, it's easy, but we really forget. Like,
Yeah.
you'll just look at the label and it literally says there, hand wash or like machine
Yeah,
wash.
Don't make like couscous too much, or like you
Yeah.
just make banlao.
You know what? Just
So I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, it's a real question,
No,
really,
really. So
right?
what do I tell my
Because if
ate
you
at
take off
home?
your clothes and then you put it in the hamper, you just stick it in the washing
Yeah.
machine. So if you have a lot of clothes, it won't be a problem. But if you have a few pieces, right, then you really have to be mindful about it.
All right, Jenny,
Dry
very
cleaning.
quickly, if you were to style us, Ferdy, Mo, and me, how would you do it? And what would it take?
Okay,
like,
I see the
to
daily
stand
dish
out.
background is already green.
That's why we're all in green.
So I would not wear green.
Oh,
I would
what
wear
would be best
cool
for a
colors.
contrast?
Maybe
Mali
cool
tayo today.
colors, maybe blues, you know, a little bit of red. Denim is always a neutral. Green on green is nice, but for Filipino skin that's a little bit moreno or morena, it's not the most flattering. Right, unless it's emerald, right?
Yeah,
and
like what
maybe
you're
more
wearing.
pop of colors on the lips, right? So,
Oh, noted on that, Jenny.
Yes.
We need to have you here every day.
All
to
right,
style
time
us.
for rapid fire.
Our favorite
Okay.
part. Are you ready? Super quick.
Super
Okay.
quick
Whatever just pops in the
questions
mind.
and quick
Okay.
answers. Number 1, sandals or rubber shoes?
rubber shoes.
What you
Pants or
wearing now?
skirt?
Pants.
Fashion tip you'd like to share?
Stick to basic but quality.
Love that. One thing you can't live without.
Sunglasses.
Oh,
that's
sunnies.
Pink or blue?
Blue.
This is so random. Congee or noodles? I said, wait, that's a fashion style.
Noodles.
Congee.
Noodles. Classic or avant-garde?
Oh. 50-50.
One word to describe your style.
Comfortable.
Most stylish person you've met?
Ferdy, what do you think?
Insert Ferdy
Gosh,
Salvador.
I should have an answer for this, but I do like the concept, not so much as that, but the concept of Mucha Prada, the Prada
Oh.
line, right? It's utilitarian, comfortable, but at the same time, minimalist with an edge.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
with
love
an
that too. Netflix or nature?
Nature for sure.
Your guilty pleasure?
Eating a hamburger with lots of sauteed onions
Oh.
and fries.
Oh, we're gonna talk later, girl. I have the best
Fries.
hamburger joint for
Yeah,
you that
yeah,
I
tell
also work
me,
in and
tell
cook there
me.
sometimes. Okay, a wardrobe staple every woman must know.
A black dress.
I own pala.
A black dress.
Black dress.
LBD.
Yes.
Style trend you want to bring back?
Oh, it's already kind of back. So girls, you know, gird your loins. You gotta get the slouchy bag.
Oh,
The slouchy
yes,
bag.
I do love the
The slouchy bag
bags.
is like, it's still rectangular, but there's more slouch, less
Yeah.
structured. So, you know, structured big bags have lost their edge.
Oh, no.
6
I
months
love
time.
structured bags.
I know, right? But now it's more like a casual take, especially if you're going to the office, that you're always in a
Kinda
jacket.
like the hobo bags,
yeah,
right?
It's like the cool girl style.
Okay, I'm gonna be a cool girl.
Unbothered.
Buy myself a slouchy
Unstructured
bag.
and unbothered.
Love it.
We love that.
What's the best fashion advice you've received?
Stick to what you like. And what does it mean? Sometimes, like when you're confused, just listen to your gut. You know,
She told me that earlier.
Oh.
When I was like, Jenny, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? She's like, it's whatever you think looks good.
No,
Yeah.
but many of us are guilty in buying what we want instead of what we need.
there's nothing wrong with buying with what you want because that's instinctual.
But how do you
right?
know what
Yeah.
you really need?
You don't, girl.
You
need food
know what?
and a roof.
You know, need is basically the arithmetic for that. Need is actually basic. Want is trend. So that's how you.
So basically,
feel-
everything we buy
So
is a
something
want.
So if
that
you go
gives
to
you
Uniqlo,
happiness.
it's a need.
Yeah.
Right? If you go to a Prada store, it's a want.
It's a want.
Or a Louis Vuitton.
All
All
it's
right.
a
done that.
want.
All right. Now, if you have 1 billion pesos, what would you do with it?
Do I give you a fun answer or do I give you
Well,
a
sige,
serious
give us-
answer?
Give your Miss Universe question answer.
Okay, Miss Universe question is definitely start from the ground level, basic food for the hungry, homes for the homeless, right? And for fun, I would like better. It's only 1 billion. It's not much. So
Only
can we
1
do trillion?
billion.
But
Sige, let's do it. If you
we
have
can do
1 billion
like
pesos.
more of like the MRT situation, right? My
100%
children
agree.
and I love taking the MRT. Public transportation, like if Hong Kong can do it, you know, all the
Yeah.
executives take that because it's convenient. Why can't we do that
That's
for
true.
ourselves? Because that gives us a lot of mobility, and being stuck in traffic, everyone knows,
Yeah.
is like it eats up your life.
Something
right?
efficient, something
Yeah.
everybody can use.
And
even
we're so
even
limited with
politicians will
transportation
use
here.
the
For
subway
sure.
and the MRT
Yeah.
if it works and if it's on time.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need that because kawawa yung commuters. We're all kawawa.
Yeah. And plus, like, if it's air conditioned, if you're wearing Prada, it's not so
Exactly,
bad,
it's not
when you're in the
bad.
MRT, right?
We have to do like Hong Kong and Japan and
Yeah.
Singapore.
And I love taking the MRT because it's like, I feel like I'm winning in life when I see all the cars.
Yeah, right. You're
traffic,
zooming past
and you're
them.
zooming past them like, yay.
Okay,
winning at
final
life.
one.
Jenny, our last question. If you had to serve a daily dish, what would it be?
Like a real dish? you
Yeah, like
mean?
food or dessert.
Your
anything,
favorite.
actually,
I think-
whatever you want to eat.
Yeah, I think beef steak Tagalog.
Oh,
Beef
with
steak.
extra
Wow, very
onions.
Pinoy.
With extra onions.
Oh,
but I would
yummy.
use tenderloin steak.
And that's the bougie way to eat biscuit.
My
Yes.
mouth is watering
Thank you
already.
for having me. This was so much fun.
We need to have you
Thank
on
you.
every day to style us.
It has been lovely. Thank you, stylist and director Jenni Epperson.